All right, guys, this is the Rambler. Please like and subscribe to my videos. So I just got done watching Marvel's Zombies Episode 1. And I'm not gonna lie, folks, I was actually shocked because I was looking at the reviews. Some people were saying that it was pretty good. But the majority of people were saying that it was kind of underwhelming, that the story really didn't make too much sense. So I was a little nervous. Your boy the Rambler was just a tad bit nervous, right? So when I'm watching episode 1, the first few minutes, I kind of start to see what they realize, right? I'm not part of the MAGA code, or I'm not like a huge conservative, and I hate the word woke. I think it has racist undertones. However, right, I can't lie. The MCU has been seeming that they want to kind of low key piss off their fan base, right? By having a lot of female lead characters. Female characters are diverse characters that majority of the audience don't really care about. I know Marvel is for everybody, but I hate to say this, but a lot of Marvel's fans are gonna be white, 20-year-old men, in their 20s, or teenage or their teen years. So I kind of get it from their perspective. They're like, hey, we're your core audience, and you're trying to just basically just say fuck us. I get what Marvel's trying to do. They're trying to branch out and try to build try to build for like different people and stuff. I get that, I truly do, but it has seemed that way that Marvel's been trying to basically piss off their fans. So in the first few minutes, I see the trio of the female characters. We have Kamala, we have the Hawkeye chick, Hawkeye Light, I guess, and then we have Riri from Ironheart. And they start doing their whole little kind of jokes and stuff. I was kind of like, the dialogue's not bad, the acting was pretty good, the voice acting. So I was like, okay, it's not a bad start, but I could see where the people would start complaining, right? But I hate to admit this, but once they kill off Hawkeye Light, which was incredible, by the way. Having Captain Marvel fucking fuck her shit up was fucking awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I did not expect that. After she got done and Riri sacrificed herself, watching Kamala meet Blade was very interesting dynamic. Blade, he's under the influence by Moon Knight's character, the Moon God, which is kind of jarring a little bit because I'm used to like fucking Wesley Snipes Blade. I'm used to him being like a fucking total badass, but this Blade is more like, since he's under the control, I guess, a Moon Knight, he's more kind of like low key. The acting for that, the voice acting for that character is not too bad. It could have been a little bit better, but like I said, it's pretty good. Watching Captain Marvel go against Sentry, that was fucking badass. And them making it all the way to the base of the Red Guardian and his little daughter and I guess wife base was pretty cool. Watching them be able to control the zombies was a very interesting dynamic. I thought that was pretty badass. At the end, right? Oh, and having one of the Black Panther characters, I can't forget her name, which is crazy. She's like under Wanda's control and she's fucking shit up. You know, like I said, like she fucked up. I think that was the Red Guardian's wife at the end, where it looks like she's controlling the zombies, but then she's like, "Nah, bitch, I control the zombies. Me and Wanda do." So she put that fucking arrow in her chest, that little spear. That was fucking badass. Watching the Abomination zombie mode, that was pretty cool. I gotta say, I was pretty impressed. I like the animation. The animation is really good. Storyline is not too bad. And see, this is what Marvel does best. When they bring a bunch of different characters on screen, like the Avengers, that's when they're hitting the high notes. If Marvel can start doing some more shit like that, man, they can easily make it back. But like I said, this episode was, it kept me intrigued. I was not looking. Usually when I get bored of a TV show, which our movie, what Marvel has been doing lately, I usually check the time to see how far it is, how far we got left, right? I only did that maybe one time. So that's very impressive. That's very impressive. I honestly, I cannot wait till the end. And the whole, Shield still being active in IO, that was cool as fuck. So I'm impressed. Bravo, Marvel. You did good. So I'm going to talk about episode 2 later on. All right, guys, please like and subscribe for me.